I've been trying to think. I can't.
Now, I can remember one that I didn't tell Marilyn that I just thought of. It was a time when we were little, we went uptown to buy a Christmas tree. And,
uptown here?
And it was up by Cliff's Roofing's grocery store. And everybody had to agree, and Dad and you couldn't agree on what a tree was. So you bought the one that he wanted, and we brought it back home. You put it in the clubhouse. The next day he went to work. You took the tree back and traded it for
Gladys took it. Now I know what you're talking about. Gladys felt sorry, and she said, well, I'll take it. So we give it to her, and they got another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that unless, like you just said. You remember anything else?
So, well, tell me about, sometimes you said you would go up north. Now, was that during the summer? Was that...
You went up north to buy Christmas trees one time, bring a load of Christmas trees back.
Well, Charles and I did, yeah, but she wants something when we were little.
Well, yeah, but just tell me.
Oh, yeah, Charles and I would go up north, like maybe Thanksgiving time, and we had to have a license in order to go to the forest station in order to cut Christmas trees. So we had our pickup, and we brought a load of them back in the pickup, and then we sold them when we got down here.
So you got them free at the forest?
Well, it cost us something for the tickets, not very much.
The license?
The license, yeah.
Okay, and then you sold them for how much when you got back?
I don't know. That I...
How many did you bring back? You got any idea?
Truckload full. It had a heap on the back.
So that would be a story that Luke would want to hear.
Mm-hmm. So
on tape.
So how far north did you go? Where was it?
Little Fork, and that's 11 miles from the Canadian border.
So that's almost 500 miles.
Yeah, almost to Canada.
Did you drive it one day?
With a pickup?
Yeah. That's all we had.
Were the roads gravel in those days? Were the roads gravel?
All gravel. From Big Falls, not before even Big Falls.
So did
Deer River.
So you took 2 days to go up there then?
No, Charles and I just took 1 day. But when we moved up there with our Model T Ford...
We're not talking about that. We're talking about getting Christmas.
No, that was always 1 day. But we did, we were young.
So you were driving on a gravel road 500 miles. Not all of it was travel.
No, it probably was like 450 or 60 or something close to 500. But they were gravel roads, and they...
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We did the dumbest things, but we did. That's the best they had.
So when would that have been? Like what year?
We were married in 1937, and that's where you kids were born. You were born in 40.
Mm-hmm.
So it was late 30s.
Okay.
And we did the same in the fall with blueberries. We always bought blueberries back, and we sold blueberries. In fact, we invested so much in blueberries, this was in the fall, that if we didn't get them sold, we wouldn't have enough money to buy gas to get the rest of the way home.
Oh.
So you sold them along the way?
No, we managed to get home, and it was close. I remember we sold some, was it Minnesota Lake or someplace else? We were getting short of money, but we had enough we could have got home, but it was, we didn't have much left.
So did you pick them yourself?
Yeah, well, we picked most of them, but we also used to buy them from the Indians. See, the Indians would come from Mizpah or someplace else in August or July, and they would pick berries, so we always hurried to get our blueberries before the Indians came. They came in on a big pickup, truck, and they ruined the blueberry patches because they'd have some kind of a handle with a screen, not a screen, prongs on it, and they'd strip them. They called it stripping the blueberries. And so, then they weren't fussy about the leaves or little twigs or nothing. They just nobody wanted to pick blueberries after the Indians had been through there because it was a mess.
Somebody should make them go back where they came from.
Yeah.
So, now...
And Lillian and I picked blueberries, and we sold them. Or did we buy? Charles and I bought them for 5 cents a quart. Well, carton, that's a quart, or is it a pint?
I don't know.
5 cents. And we probably bought most of those because we had a crate that we brought back. And then Charles knew everybody in Wells, so he'd go down there and he'd sell those blueberries, and then I was okay.
See, Mom was born at Wells here, and she went to high school here, and then she went up there, her family went up there.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't go to high school here.
Okay.
Third grade.
Tell us.
I know. We third grade. I went to town school. 7th grade, we left Wells and moved up north. I was in the 7th grade. And then
And is up north War Road or
Little Fork.
Little Fork? Okay.
Which is just 20 miles outside of Canada.
11 to the Canadian line, but 20 miles for Canada, for International Falls. But 11
And they
miles.
had a tree claim, and they had to clear so many acres, and then you got it free. Wasn't that it?
Well, we didn't get it free. We had to pay something.
But you had to clear the land.
Yeah,
All
we had to
trees.
clear the land. It was Abe Olson had charge of it. He sold. So he owned all that, and he sold to people. He sold to us, he sold to Uncle John, he sold to Otto and
So
Minnie.
how much did you buy? How much land?
We had 40 acres. Uncle John had 60. So there was this 100 acres there. Uncle John took 60, we took 40.
Did you have to clear all the trees off of them and then the farm?
We just cleared part of it because we couldn't, and then
And when you cleared it, how did you clear it?
well, we'd go out.
Horses would be at stumps, right?
You see, the fire had been through there years before,
Okay.
so everything was regrowing, and some of the trees that are regrowed were as tall or taller than we were. So we'd have to chop them up, and there was a lot of stones in that ground. So my dad, see, we sent horses up. Oh gosh, we'd have to go way back and tell you that whole story, because we got them up on the train. That cows and 2 horses we shipped up when we moved there from here. Uncle John got into the boxcar with the cows and the horses. Took him 2 days to get up there, and we had to get there before he got there because my dad had to help him unload the cows and the horses. And so we did. And then we had to hurry and get up with the Model A, and it took us 2 days.
What year would that have been? You were born in 16, so this would have been in the early 30s?
Oh, 29.
Yeah, 29.
20, yeah. Yeah, we moved up there in 29 because we were going to get rich